I do use the buses a lot, and I can tell you that this new application that's come out, where you can actually see where the buses are circulating, is fantastic. But I don't have any complaints about the bus system in Gibraltar, honestly. And with this application, at least you know how long you're going to wait till the next bus comes.
I use the bus all the time, except if I'm going to the supermarkets, like Morrison's or Roski, then I take the car. Other than that, the bus. I wouldn't dream of bringing the car into town. It's impossible to park.
And how do you feel about the bus service in Gibraltar, being a regular user?
It's reasonably good. Sometimes they drop it. You've got to make allowances for the traffic in Gib.
I normally walk or use my car.
Basically walking, but when I have to use the car, it's a problem if you don't have a parking. So obviously parking is a big problem in Gibraltar, yes.
Is there anything that you would change about transport and public transport traffic and the parking issues in Gibraltar?
Well, I don't use public transport all that often. Parking remains a problem in Gibraltar. It always has. I doubt it will ever eliminate the complete problem. Of course, there could be improvements. Walking. I would tell people to walk more around the rock, not to be scared of walking.
Provide more parking spaces for locals and for tourists, make it easy for them and accessible to find.
I would tax second cars really heavily to the point of making them unaffordable. 1 car per household really. And if you've got a lot of money, fine, then pay 200-400% tax on a second car. Ubuntu, and then that sorts out an awful lot of the problems. Hong Kong has done that, and it's worked for them. They've got very limited space. We've got a lot of people living in Gibraltar. We've got more than 1 car per household. We haven't got space for that.
Is it a catch-22 situation? Because obviously there are many cars in Gibraltar, but who can control that? The minister says, well, we're doing things, we're putting bicycles, we got the buses, but people still use the cars. The only way is to curtail on the sale of cars.
More free parking at the moment. That's all I have to say.
I would have more dedicated cycle lanes, and I would have certain areas which would only be open to residents or public service vehicles.
The government has just launched this week a new bicycle sharing initiative, Ready Bike. Is this a scheme that perhaps you might be using, or do you think there will be a take-up by the general public?
No. There was another scheme before that. It didn't work. There were lots of problems with it. Bikes got lost, bikes were stolen over the border, and I think this one is the same. Personally, I think that Gibraltar is not prepared due to the streets to have, bicycle lanes, the safety aspect of it. You're enticing people to use bicycles. What about helmets, safety helmets and things like that? People will go on the bikes without them.
I mean, anything that increases and encourages people to make a bit of exercise is good. If it improves mobility, it must be good. It's used in other cities in the world. I've only been in Gib for 2 years, but I've heard that we've had similar schemes in the past and we've had problems with them. Hopefully the problems have now been ironed out and this will work well, and look forward to it over there. I'll probably use it at some stage.
Why not?
Definitely, I wouldn't.
I would.
I wouldn't.
Why not?
Personally, I think it's a great initiative. I think we should be encouraging people to cycle more often. The variety of benefits in that. Whether my family and I would use it more frequently, yeah, probably in the future, yes, absolutely.
I think so. Just look at my belly, so I think I'll use it, yeah. I think it's a very good idea, yeah.
And as a doctor, if I may ask, do you think we walk enough in Gibraltar? Maybe walking obviously being a healthy alternative?
No, not at all. People just don't do enough walking around. I mean, people in Gib seem to be fairly exercise conscious, but it's too easy to get on the motorbike or too easy to get in the car to do the school run, or to go down to Main Street, or to go down to Morrison's. I can understand that you've got to carry stuff back with you and you don't want to be pushing Morrison's trolley back. Pero mira.
Get on your feet, get a good pair of sandals and walk everywhere.